yeah, man. Dude, peace in the Middle East.
Never thought it was possible.
Well, peace between Israel and Hamas for the most part.
For now.
Yeah, for now. And
Yeah.
that's going to change in 3 months. But
Yeah.
no, dude, apparently Trump brokered a deal with that, man. So they are in like phase 1 of the process, which is just like exchanging hostages back.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, everybody's supposed to be returned back home. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, have you seen the before and after photos of like the Gaza Strip? I shouldn't laugh, but it's just like fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's like what the fuck, dude? Like yeah, it is. You can't even tell. They didn't even look like the same goddamn place.
No, it does. It
Like,
barely
what
even
the
looks like
fuck?
you're like, is that from a movie on Mars?
Yeah.
Like,
And they're like, yeah, now I think it's time to start over. It's like, you think? Like, just not here. Fuck that. Like, I'd get out of there, man. I'd leave that place, man.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck, I'm not dealing with that shit. But I don't know, man. So, yeah, so Trump, you know, basically, pretty much, like, from my understanding, told Hamas, like, fuck around and find out. Like, I'm done with you. Like, this shit ends, like, now, or I'm going to wipe you off the face of the planet. And then, like, the next day, they were like, we have a deal. You know?
magic happens.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, why? I guess it's great that it happened, but it should have happened earlier.
Yeah,
like,
for
why
sure,
has
man.
this been allowed to just get drawn out so much? If it was this fucking easy to just solve the problem for now, again, like that's the key term here, because it's never really over. It's always going to come back. Like, they've been fighting for thousands of fucking years, and nothing's going to change that.
It's like fucking ISIS, dude. It's just gonna come back with a new name.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, oh, it's the same shit. All right, cool.
Same people, same beliefs,
I
different
don't know,
name.
man. Maybe something good comes out of this. But did you see they put Donald Trump up for the Nobel Peace Prize?
I did see that.
Yeah, and he lost.
Yeah. No surprise there.
I think he was pissed.
Yeah, of course he was pissed, dude. You know he wants to get everything.
Yeah, dude. Also, the U.S. Mint is making a dollar coin with his face on it.
With Trump?
Yes. It's for the 250th year anniversary of the United States.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So we're going to have a dollar coin with his face on it.
Like actual legit currency passing through the system?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a commemorative coin.
No,
'Cause
yeah.
They already have those.
Yeah.
I was...
So they're going to have his face like on a dollar. That's going to be weird.
That's good. I personally, I don't care, but I know it's going to piss a lot of people off. So that's it's funny.
Just start intentionally using that anytime you get a chance.
Every time you go to Starbucks, make sure to pay in those fucking things.
just 7 of those coins come out.
Target, all those places.
Oh, man. Dude, I am so tired right now. I don't even know. Like, I don't even think I could really even get this show going today, man. Because I was just like, dude, I'm so sleepy right now. I worked all night. But yeah, man, so he went up for the Nobel Peace Prize, which I was like, holy shit. And then it's like kind of funny, because I'm not picking a side between like the Israel, Hamas, or Gaza shit, all that.
Yeah.
I've kind of stayed out of it for the most part. But I thought it was kind of interesting that like Benjamin Netanyahu like nominated him for like the Nobel Prize.
He nominated Trump, or he nominated?
Yeah, he nominated Donald Trump. And I was like, there is an argument to be made to effectively call that guy a war criminal. Like, I mean...
Well, the fact that old Benji fucking did it is like, that's literally, like, he's just trying to play a game, man. He's like, he's like wanting to push Trump and get him awards and shit. That's like the most underhanded bullshit
He's like,
ever.
that's my boy, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Because anytime he needs some shit, he's going to be like, hey.
He's like, hey.
Donnie.
Why'd you get the Nobel Peace Prize, huh? This guy. Come on, don't forget.
I'm going to need 800 more Tomahawk missiles sent over there now.
Come on.
You know?
We doing this thing for peace or what, big guy?
But yeah, man. So I don't know. It's been kind of wild with that stuff, but we'll see what happens. I mean, the best of luck to all of them. Like,
I mean, any day without killing is a positive thing. So at the end of it's better than nothing, I guess.
You could argue that. Yeah, that's a good stance to take. Like, hey, how about no death?
I mean, that's a good starting point, I guess. No slaughtering of innocent women and children for a day.
Yeah, I know.
Have to reset the clock 0 days since a pointless killing.
Jesus, dude. I don't know, man. Fuck. But so anyway, that's something good that Trump did, I guess. It's like all right, cool. And then, but on the flip side, man, have you been seeing about him trying to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell?
No.
Yeah, he's like talking about it. Reporters are asking him, and he's like literally openly commenting. He's like, yeah, it's something I've considered. I'm letting the Department of Justice look into it right now. And I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
I mean, at this point, if nothing is ever going to be done about it, what are they, they're just going to turn it back out to the people, I guess?
Just push her out the jail like with by the end of a pointed stick, and then she's just going to like a mob that's got like a guillotine and shit. Yeah, like when they used to kill like pagans and shit in like the medieval times and stuff. You know, they'd just be like, oh, we like tar and feather them and shit.
Tie cinder blocks to her, throw her in the water. Like if she sinks, she's a witch.
If she swims, she's also a witch.
Yeah, kill her.
Yeah, dude. So apparently, I haven't looked all that much into it, but apparently that's like in the talks.
It's on
right
the
now.
table at least.
Yeah, it's on the table. So I don't know, but I heard an interesting conspiracy theory, man, when it came to like Donald Trump and stuff, and like him not really like commenting too much on this shit and like trying to like brush it. Almost seems like brushing it under the table. Like, hey, let's move on from this. Is because allegedly, supposedly, he is a cooperating witness for the FBI. And he's a part of the criminal case.
Really?
And he can't say anything because it would jeopardize the investigation.
The investigation of what, though?
I don't know all that shit FC was doing, bro.
I mean, like, why is it, like, I don't see how, like, the dude's been dead for years. Like, this shit is in the past now.
But all his cronies are still out there, dude.
But how are they not able, like, it's just a fucking cover-up, man.
It's just a cover-up of a cover-up?
Yeah,
that's all it is. There's so many fucking cover-ups, you can't even keep track of.
It's going to be like the damn Kennedy assassination. Like, 40 years from now, we'll figure out what really happened. After everybody's dead.
Found out, like, Israel did it. You know, like,
I don't know, man. There's been some... They could have been... They could have done
like, there was like, some shit... There was some shit in there, like, about that. Like, where they were, like, financing, like, trying to push for that. At least at some point, we're going to make an attempt.
Yeah.
You know, now whether or not they actually did it.
Who knows?
I don't know. The guys with the tiny
That's probably
hats.
another reason why he was pushing Trump to get the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's cover that shit up.
So he's like, Donnie, I got you your medal, whatever.
I saw a funny meme. It said Obama still holds the record for the Nobel Peace Prize winner that's killed the most people.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what's crazy is, like, if you look at the statistics, during Obama's presidency, he holds the record for the most bombs ever dropped. That includes World War I, World War II, Vietnam, all that shit. And I think, don't quote me 100%, but I think it's World War I and World War II combined. It still beats. And I was like, what? When I read that, yeah. And, like, you know, the majority of them, like, were dropped in Yemen. Like, no one ever talks about that shit. And so they were like, yeah, Iraq and Afghanistan. But then, like, you would look, like, over 50% of the bombs were actually dropped in Yemen.
Just blasting out Yemen.
Yeah. I think it was, like, almost like a failed state, man. Like, safe haven for, like, terrorist organizations and shit. And they were just bombing the shit out of everybody. Or probably because they're so fucking poor, they can't afford to, like, defend themselves. Just like, you know, like, whatever.
Just, like, pouring boiling water on an anthill, like, fuck them.
Yeah. Just because you can. Yeah. But, yeah, dude, he went pretty hard on that shit. I'll tell you that, man. But, so, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on, like, in politics, too, man. Like, I mean, we also have, like, the government shutdown that's occurring.
Yeah.
That's, like, actively going on right now. And... Dude, correct me if I'm wrong, man. I thought years ago they passed a law that said during a government shutdown, like first responders and military would get paid through it.
Well, I know...
Because right now they're not getting paid.
Trump signed... They're getting paid now.
They are now?
Because Trump signed the thing. He was like, override, whatever, the military. The military is getting paid. I don't know about first responders, but I did read that Trump said the military is actively getting paid now.
I saw something where he was going to, like, reallocate money that was already in the Pentagon and be like, hey, just pay the troops with that. Mm-hmm. So that might be what it was.
I mean, I don't know, man. The government gets shut down. That shit happens so fucking much. Granted, this time it is going for a little bit longer than normal, but it's been shut down so many damn times.
Sorry. Now that I'm a civilian, man, I haven't noticed.
I do not care, honestly.
Don't even feel it. I'm like, all right.
Especially all of the, like, the people in Congress and all that shit, like, they don't care. They don't need the money.
They don't give a fuck. Yeah.
Like, I'm sure their actual paycheck from the government is a minuscule amount of what they're actually making.
Well, what gets me, man, is, like, now you have, like, all these, like, feds that are not getting paid.
Yeah.
So you see all this shit that's happening with, like, these ICE raids happening across the country and shit, which we do need to talk about. Yeah, Chicago, that's... If you guys have not been paying attention to what's happening in Chicago, that shit is fucking wild, dude. I thought I was watching Black Hawk Down the other day, dude. But but yeah, man, all these feds doing this shit, man. Like, they're just not getting paid right now. I mean, they will get back pay. Like,
dude, they're doing it for the love of the game.
That's what gets me, dude. That's what gets me. They're literally doing it for the love of the game, dude. There is no benefit to doing this right now, like in the short term. So, yeah, man. So obviously, ICE raids have been happening all over the country, like some fucking Gestapo shit. But they've been going particularly hard in Chicago.
Yeah, dude, because Chicago, which honestly, the Chicago issue was there before the immigrant stuff happened, because that was just their locals were doing that shit to themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the ICE, the illegals don't help the situation. But
so they had basically, so Trump has like declared these drug trafficking organizations on our southern border as terrorist organizations now, narco terrorists. So that means all that shit you've been seeing for the last 20 years in the Middle East that we've been doing, we can now apply that to them. And that's why we're like literally shooting them out of the water, like in the boats. Like, we're just letting them fucking drown. Like, we don't give a fuck. And
sounds good to me.
So some of these guys obviously make it across our border and they set up shop, and 6 of them were in an apartment complex in Chicago. And dude, ICE flew in a fucking Black Hawk helicopter in the middle of the night. Like, dude, this is literally okay. They flew in a Black Hawk helicopter in the middle of the night. They had agents rappel down as snipers, okay? And then they posted up on the roof to give cover fire to ground forces that came in with armed personnel carriers. And they just busted through the fucking front door, and they went and ripped all these guys out and shit, right? And then I started thinking about it. I was like, bro, that's literally what we did to bin Laden.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, dude, it's like the exact same thing, dude. I was like, holy fuck, dude. You know, so I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see.
Bad time to be a terrorist drug dealer in America.
A narco terrorist, you know? Yeah, dude. That's and then I started thinking about it too, like from a legal perspective. If you're dealing drugs and you're buying it from like these organizations or whatever, like no one's gonna give a shit about like an end user quantity. But I'm talking about like if you're actually like making a business out of this shit, then you're literally like doing deals by legal definition by the Department of Justice with terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really wanted to push it, man, under the Patriot Act, you negate all your rights as an American citizen if you get caught with that shit. Like, it's fucking over. They can detain you indefinitely. Like, they don't even have to give you a court. Like,
straight to alligator.
It turns into fucking Soviet Union real fucking quick is all I'm going to say, dude. So, I don't know, man. Motherfuckers be brave, though, dude. And even, like, in our small town, dude, we've been getting, like, ICE raids, too.
Yeah.
I saw them drive by the other day. Like, I was just driving down the road, like, going to work. And then, like, I fucking shit you not, man, like, 10 unmarked. Like, you can tell they're Fed cars.
Yeah, yeah.
But 10 unmarked just driving, like, right by in a line, hauling ass. And I was like, all right. Well, I need to get to work. So, I don't know. Looks like somebody's going to be missing today. You know? So, I don't know. People have been making jokes, too, like, fucking talking about calling in, like, anonymous tips. Because ICE has an anonymous tip line. Mm. So you can go and just submit that. You can call them or you can send it, like, an email to them on their website. And then, like, I guess they'll just, like, show. Like, so if your manager's illegal and you don't like that guy, then you just fucking narc his ass.
Never seeing him again. Like.
Yeah, narc on his ass. You know?
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's crazy. There's so many, like, obviously it's a major issue.
Yes.
But I don't know.
It's just, I think it's more like right now, I think it's more of a show of force.
Yeah.
I think it's two things that are happening. One, Trump realizes he only has a limited amount of time left. And then two, I think it's the initial shock and awe. Mm. Because now apparently southern border crossings are at historical lows. Like than they've ever been in American history. So
we got that part working.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know, man. But I don't know, man. Like they I mean, I'm curious to see how like it goes, you know, because like, I get like they gotta have like some sort of priority to this shit, dude. Because
Yeah,
I get going
thing.
after like criminals and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like if you're just going after someone's abuela,
Yeah,
like,
like,
you know what I mean? Like,
I know, and like, of course, the media always portrays these stories of like he was born here, he was a citizen for 20 years, and on his 21st birthday he got arrested. He can't even speak the other language, and they send him back.
Yeah,
like
then
that's
you
a tragic
find out that he
fucking
ran
story.
like a fucking Grand Theft Auto ring or
Yeah,
some
dude,
shit.
like-
You know?
Like anybody with, I don't know, man. It's anybody that has an actual criminal record, get them the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I'm not fucking.
Like, there's no reason for them to be over.
I don't give a shit about like minor traffic violations and shit like
No.
that. I'm talking about like you actually committed like
a violent assault.
where there's a
fucking-
victim involved.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know. But I'm also my libertarian stance. I'm a firm believer in no victim, no crime. So
Yeah.
go fuck yourself. Now I tried to argue that one time in court over a speeding ticket. That didn't go so well. So. Yeah, that's a pretty good concept. If you think about it, it'll fuck you up the more you think about it and sit there like no victim, no crime. And then you start to think about the laws, and then you start to realize that like a lot of shit was just made up just to like shake us down from.
Yeah, a lot of it's just a fucking cash grab.
Yeah.
Like our roads that are never-endingly being worked on, but yet we still get fined the fuck out. Dude, toll roads are bullshit.
Those should be illegal.
Toll roads are fucking insanity, man.
Especially like, dude, don't even get me fucking started. Like, man, like we we'll drive a lot and stuff like that, man, and I always get bills for the shit and stuff, dude. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Now, what pisses me off is like, okay, who paid to build that fucking highway?
Us.
Yes.
Taxpayer.
Yes. Okay.
Who pays tax on gasoline? Us again.
Yes.
That's supposed to go to road work.
Yeah. And so my thing is like, those are our fucking roads.
And if the money was there to build it, then the money has already been spent. So
Yes.
what do we need to keep paying on it for? We're not renting the road; we own it.
Yeah.
Like it's been purchased.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking bullshit. We
It
need
is.
to start a fucking toll road. Biggest goddamn scam you've ever seen in
Yeah,
your life, dude.
Like I drive for a living. There's 2 vehicles. Each one of them, in the past 6 months, one of them had racked up over $500 in tolls, and the other one was like $680.
Jesus Christ, man.
Because the longer you stay on it, like you just keep hitting checkpoints, and every checkpoint is an extra fucking $3, $4, $5, $6. But the ones in Dallas and Colorado's the worst, dude. I got charged up like $40 for driving an hour on the like on the toll road one time to get to the airport. Never doing that again, obviously. It's just fucking insane. But then you think about the amount of cars driving on that road daily. Like, where's that money go, man? That's enough to build, like, bullet trains all over the fucking world or some shit. Like.
Well, like, yeah, dude, I don't know. It's kind of fucking wild, too. Like, I know, like, the last time I went to Austin, dude, I got one in the mail. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then what gets me is they start charging you interest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you just let it ride, you're like, fuck it, I'm not paying. They won't renew your license. And you won't be able to get your vehicle registered. So it's a total shakedown, dude, and you can't get out of it.
You just completely
so technically, like for an unpaid toll ticket, you could eventually lose your license, not have a registered vehicle anymore.
lose your job. It's a domino effect.
Dude.
It just keeps going and shit, you know? You probably become addicted to smack.
Yeah, dude, try a little fentanyl, you have no job anymore, you just go off the back.
You just completely go off the deep end. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, they're fucking bullshit, man. And then, like, I remember I got one, and I ignored it for a while because I wanted to see how far it'd go. And it really wasn't even that bad. Like, I think it was like $10, $15 or some shit like that. And so anyway, 30 days go by, they send me another letter, and the money goes up a little bit. And then it's like another 30 days. I'm like, let me just see where the fuck this goes. And then finally, I think the third letter, like after like 90 days, they were like, "Hey, we're gonna send it to collections." And I was like, "Don't do that." Like so. So I paid him. I think
like if you don't pay this, then you're not gonna be able to get a home loan. So fuck you.
Yeah, like fuck you for driving on the roads you basically don't pay for already. Yeah, dude. I don't know. They're pretty fucking ballsy, man. They're pretty ballsy. Dude, we had a bunch of guests scheduled this weekend, man, but I don't know, just shit didn't work out, man, so.
Yeah, it happens, man.
Yeah, but next weekend we're going to be.
in line.
Yeah, next weekend we're going to be fucking busy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a out-of-town comedian coming in. We're going to talk to him. Got 2 therapists coming on. So that's going to be cool. And they
We
both
could
do.
both use that.
Yeah. Well, they both do like different kinds of therapy too. So like one guy does more like traditional stuff you would think about, and from my understanding, and then another guy does like therapy for like trauma, but he uses percussion instruments like drums in the process. So because he's a musician as well.
Yeah.
So he does that, and like so it was really cool, and like and they're both these guys are driving pretty good ways, man. Like all these guys, so
Yeah, that'll be cool to have them on.
yeah, I'm still trying to get a cop on, man. I don't know what the deal is, dude. They do not want to talk on camera. I don't know if they have like a HR or like a PR issue or whatever the hell. Like I don't know.
I would think that they would.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. I guess like an active police officer probably wouldn't. They would probably be advised not to talk to the media.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't know, man. I don't know. They just get really weird, you know. And then social workers get kind of weird too. Like I talked to a lady that was like a full-time social worker, and then she was like, "No, I can't do this," because she was like going to come on the show, and I was like, "Yeah," I was like, "I think it'd be really cool." And then like at the last minute, she was like, "No." She's like, "I could lose my job," and I'm like, "We're not like I'm not going to just get on there and the first thing out of my mouth is going to be like, 'What's up, cocksucker?'" Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Give us the case number of this kid. Like, where's it at right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, dude. Like, I'm gonna be a little professional, gauging on who we're dealing with. You know, now if we just got some comedians in the room, like, yeah, we go unhinged all day, man.
Yeah.
But you know, if it's I mean, we got like a fucking doctor in here, like, of course, they tied it up a little bit more. You know, now unless they start popping some shit off, then I say, all right, we can have fun with this. You know, so
Yeah, whatever they're giving, we're gonna give back. So.
yeah, man. Oh, dude, you wanted to talk about Greg Abbott and these crosswalks, dude? Yeah.
So
What's going on there?
the crosswalks in major like Houston, Austin,
yeah.
the cities. You know what we're talking about.
I know exactly what
But
you're talking
yeah,
about.
they've got the rainbow flag, like pride crosswalk shit. Which personally, I don't give a shit about that. It's kind of funny, honestly. You're just stepping on it. But anyway,
I've never thought about it
I
like
mean,
that.
that's kind of what I thought of it. But people are mad that he's making them like erase that shit. Which again, I don't know. We don't have American flag shit on the ground because no one wants to step on that. So I think they're just looking at it from a skewed perspective.
Yeah.
Anything that they can have that's been taken away for rainbow shit, they get pissed off about it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Abbott should like flip it over and turn it into a whole respect thing.
I don't know, man. I feel like, well, yeah, that could actually probably work, honestly. I feel like a lot of shit has backfired on the Alphabet Gang.
For sure, man.
Like 4 years ago, it was completely the opposite. It was like you could not question these people. You could not say shit. You could not make a joke. You better not even breathe a word.
Gay
Yeah.
shit.
And then now, like, all that shit is just like changed, and everyone's just like, fuck you.
People got tired of it, man.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
what
with
happens.
everything else, just too much getting fucking jammed on you all the time. People get sick of that stuff.
Yeah,
Especially when it's a very small portion of the population.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
It's like okay, you can take out like well, all right, don't let me get this wrong. You can take out the L, G, and the B's, you know, but like you can leave the T's and the rest of it.
Yeah.
And it's like what, probably 1% of 1% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Like that's just kind of my attitude. I don't want to fucking hear
Like
it,
we
dog.
don't go out of our way for fucking little religions and shit.
No.
So why would we do that for anything else?
Yeah. You know.
Oh, speaking of, how do you feel about the Ten Commandments being in all the schools in Texas?
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Yeah, and I've talked about it on the show, man. I'm a Christian dude. I actually like go to church as much as I can and stuff. And but I do not think that any religion whatsoever should be in a school.
I don't either.
And I do not think it should ever be in a courthouse. It shouldn't be in any public space whatsoever.
So what is the separation of church and state, man?
Yep.
That is ridiculous. I don't get that. That makes no sense. They say that shit all the time, but then shove it on everything else.
Yeah, dude. And then especially if you start looking at like our test scores, like national averages, and you start looking at shit that's happening in Texas alone. Dude. We probably need these kids reading more shit other than the Ten Commandments.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
Because right now, at this point, I just call public schools the fucking tard farm.
Pretty much,
It's basically
man.
what we were just raising. Like, when you got kids that are graduating high school, they can't even fucking read.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know? And it ain't just like one or two. Like, you look that shit up, man. It's a lot more than what you think, man.
And the teachers, it's not their fault. Like, they're frustrated about the entire situation because their hands are tied, which is bullshit.
Yeah, for sure, man. And then, but it's just like Texas State Congress, man. Like, they dictate a lot of shit that gets taught in schools and stuff. And so the teachers, like, are literally just the middlemen. They just enforce that standard.
Yeah.
So.
Hell, it's like a police officer.
Yeah. Like, they didn't make the laws. They didn't make this curriculum up.
They just get fired if they don't listen to the shit.
Yeah. You know? It's like, I have to tell you about this shit. It's like that South Park clip, man, where Mr. Garrison's explaining evolution. You ever seen that shit? Where he's like, in the beginning, we were all fish. He walks in all pissed off because he disagrees with evolution. And then he walks in all angry, and then he's like, all right, class, like, basically the state says I have to teach you this, so here we go. And it's like a minute and a half long. It's so funny, man. And he starts off, he's like, oh, in the beginning we were all fish. He's like, and then a fish crawled out of the water with his mutant fish hands. Or, like, it said one fish had a baby that was, like, different, so it got to live. Like, and then it crawled out of the water with its mutant fish hands, and then it had sex with a frog. And then that made a monkey, and then it goes on, and then he was at the end. I can't even remember what he says exactly, but he was like, "There you go, kids. Like, you're the product of like a gay monkey fish frog having butt sex with a like, you know, like it's just like, what the fuck." Oh man. But yeah, dude.
Yeah, another argument for the Ten Commandments being in there is, like, if you're not a religion, or, like, especially if you're another religion and you have to go in there and see another, like, a religion that you don't believe in every day, that's going to just force you to, like, hate that other religion.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel that, like, if you're going to have that as a standard, like, okay, you're going to have the Ten Commandments in school, you're going to have, like, religious aspects in, like, the public domain of, like, you know, courts. Courts is a big one. It's easy because, you know, you put your hand on the Bible to swear on it and shit like that. But it's like, what about a Quran?
Yep.
You know? Or what about the
like, if a Muslim
satanic Bible?
I know. If a Muslim is in court and puts his hand on a Bible, like, who cares? Like, why would that means nothing to them?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm agnostic. It means nothing to me, too.
But watch everyone freak the fuck out if someone asks to do that.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, what the fuck? You know? Yeah, dude. So, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good idea.
I don't either.
No.
I think it's just pushing long-term division.
Yeah, I think religion is important to society in general.
It is. People need something to lean on and blame shit on.
Yeah. Not working for me right now, but I see your point. Just staring off into the distance, you know? But, dude, I don't know. I think I only slept like 2 hours. But, I think it's important, but I think it's kind of like religion and politics and sex. Like, that shit just needs to be behind closed doors, man. Like, I remember, like, being a kid, like, growing up, like, having, like, family friends and shit. Like, I knew my entire life, and I had no idea they were, like, a Democrat.
Yeah.
Just, like, you know what I mean?
It was never brought up.
Yeah. Or, like, you knew they went to church, but you didn't know, like, what denomination or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and maybe you did, but it was, like, a subtle invite. Like, hey, if you want to come, you're more than welcome. Yeah. But that was, like, the end of it. And then, like, now, like, everything, like, has become so polarized and it's become, like, a part of people's identities.
That's it.
And the thing is, dude, and while he wasn't a good guy, but the Unabomber made a really good point. Like, Ted Kaczynski made a really good point in his book, Industrial Society and Its Future, where he talks about humans not having a power struggle anymore because society has advanced so much that it has basically made us extremely lazy. And we don't have, like, a natural power struggle anymore. So, like, by power struggle, like, we used to have, we'd have to get up and go hunt.
Yeah, we had to worry about what we were going to eat.
Yes. And then
if
we
we were going to get killed or not.
Predators, like, all that shit.
Yeah.
And then now we don't have that. Like, a lot of our basic needs are, like, pretty much all automated and nearly guaranteed in one form or another. And because of that genetic drive that we have to have a power struggle, it's still there.
Yeah.
It just gets directed into other bullshit. So that's why you start seeing, like, some really extreme people, like, identifying their whole lives around, like, politics and shit like that. It's because they want to have that fight. They want to win, all this other shit. But it's like, realistically, you probably should just, I don't know, play a sport.
Yeah,
Like,
work out and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's it. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like most of those people need to focus on self betterment instead of just pushing bullshit while they're fucking fat and lazy or whatever their issues are. Like, worry about your fucking self. Don't worry about what your fellow man is doing.
Yeah.
Unless it's hurting you, then you can kick their ass or whatever.
I don't know, man. Maybe it might go full circle. Maybe we got like get back to a point to where people just mind their own fucking business.
That'd be cool.
You know?
I mean,
because now I will say this.
You want me to toss in my argument for why AI is cool again?
Yeah, fuck it.
Dude, they're just gonna be sitting in their recliners with the fucking goggles on, never leaving the house. No conflict, no nothing.
Yeah.
Problems are solved.
Oh, dude.
I'm gonna go in there and rob them though. Just saying.
Damn. Can't quit yawning. Yeah, dude. The AI shit's getting weird too, man. I just want to bring that up. I've been seeing a lot on my Facebook advertisements for AI companions.
Yeah,
have you seen this?
Walmart has an AI robot you can buy now. $21,000.
Really?
It's about half the size of a person. Yeah, but it's a fully like functioning little fucking robot, dude.
Holy shit.
Yeah. He can't do like, again, I wouldn't like, there's no reason to buy this shit right now. I got to give it a couple more years till they're like fully able to just do whatever. But I mean, it is kind of cool, I guess. If you had extra money, you could buy a little robot dude to fucking do some basic household tasks.
Yeah.
You know, like fold up some towels or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I've been seeing like the AI companion shit, and what it is it's actually fucking creepy, man. It's chatbots that are designed to be your significant other. And it's weird, man. Like,
again, that takes the conflict out of a relationship because they're subservient. They're yes men, basically.
Yeah.
Anything you want, anything you say, they'll just be like, yes.
And what does that do to fucking society on a long enough timeline?
Fries us.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that it will change like human behavior when they do interact with each other? Like, for example,
as in AI interacts with each other, or whenever we're brought into a situation where another human has to talk to another human.
When another human has to talk to another human.
Oh yeah, it'll be weird. Because
you get conditioned to be like, oh, you have like this online companion or whatever that literally talks you up, makes you think you're the best thing in the world, is always saying yes, never denies you, and then you go and meet a real person, a real woman, and then you realize it's not like that at all.
You're just gonna go back home to your sex bot.
Yeah.
But like, so I mean, social media.
We should get one on the show.
That would be fucking awesome.
Interview it.
Yeah.
Just like pull it up and be like, all right.
But like, social media did that to an extent, and then AI is gonna just push all of that shit further. Like, cause you know how like people don't really interact with each other now even.
Yeah, I know, man. Well, like also too, man. I know you're all for AI, and I'm kind of like holding out. Now, there are things I like about it. Like
I'm not saying that it's a positive thing. I'm just for it.
I like the medical side of shit with that. That's really cool. Like,
yeah, because you'll be able to essentially have your own personalized doctor on call 24/7. Which I guess for the hypochondriacs, that's going to be really bad.
I mean, I use GrokDoc, and I've gotten better answers from that than I have my actual doctor.
I mean, they're probably using that shit too.
I hope they are.
Yeah.
You know? Because I went in with like some issues, and there was like some shit that didn't get addressed, and then like I punched in like all my lab results and shit, and like talked to GrokDoc, and then it literally was like, this is the problem. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. So, but I don't know. There was a point I was going to make earlier, man. Hoping everything goes full circle and people just mind their own fucking business. I'm pretty fucking old school, man. Like, I don't really use social media at all. Like, obviously we do for the show and stuff, but like, I don't use TikTok. I don't use Instagram. I barely use Facebook. Like, and one thing I've noticed though, man, is like, especially people today and even like a younger generation, like young adults, let's say young adults. Like, when I say young adults, I mean, think like 25 and under.
Yeah.
They are really comfortable getting into people's business and like talking about people's business or like spying on shit and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. That's just not, you know what I mean? Like, that's just not me, dude. Like, I'm like, yo, just leave that fucking guy alone, or like leave that girl alone. Like, just mind your own fucking business. But like, they just, I don't know.
I mean, what do you mean? Like, as far as
like, I don't like, it could be anything, man. Like they go on, if they find out, like, you know, you have, like, a certain belief or an ideology or something like that, then it's like, okay, they just start digging into your shit and be like, oh, did you see this? And that's where screenshots start happening. You know what I mean? Like, shit like that. Like, oh, look at his profile. He posted this or whatever, you know? And it's just like, what the fuck is going on here, dude?
I mean, that's on you. Like, if you're out here posting shit, that's on you. Like, if you post shit, okay, there's a difference between, like, if you posted shit, then you posted it. But if they're, like, digging up dirt on you, like, PI style, I mean, that's a little different, I guess. But,
yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't post anything online anything I would happen to post online, I don't give a fuck about it. Like,
yeah. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, especially, you know, to kind of tie it into the AI stuff, like privacy is being, like, devalued at, like, an alarming rate for me, personally.
Oh, well, 100%.
You know?
But, I mean, that's our phones are always listening anyway. Even, like, not individuals, but just companies and corporations are fucking spying on us all the time.
Yeah.
I do have an issue with that. That shit pisses me off.
Yeah, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
You know? So what I'm talking about is, like, yeah, you get the shit these corporations are doing, essentially, but I'm talking about on a social level. What
individuals doing
it and stuff. And I'm like, oh, the fuck is that? And it's only going to get worse.
For sure.
And then I'm a firm believer, too, that there's going to be a massive data breach sometime. I don't think it's even going to be that far away. It'll probably be through, like, AT&T or some shit, but everyone's information is going to get leaked.
I mean,
like,
hasn't yours already?
Yeah, I mean,
mine has.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, we're out there.
I mean, because I've gotten, like, over the years, I've gotten letters from multiple, like, whether it be who I have my car insurance from, like, they've had a data breach, like, various phone, like, anything. There's been multiple ones already.
Well, I mean, like, your Google search history will come out. And,
I don't care.
like, you remember what happened with, like, Ashley Madison?
Yeah.
Like, it'll be that, but then people will be able to look at your text messages. Like, I really think that's going to
They can already do that, though.
Yeah, but not normal fucking people. The feds can.
I don't care what other people do.
Like,
I'll be like, if someone,
you not see the point here? Like,
I totally fucking see your point. But what I'm saying is, if someone comes up to me and is like, "Did you say this?" I'll be like, "I guess I fucking did. You already looked at it."
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Think of how many people are just gonna fucking kill themselves,
dude. I can't. Okay, so it totally ties in with what you're saying. There was a congressman. I can't remember. He's running for Congress, but his text messages got leaked, and he was talking about his running mate. He was like, "I'm gonna come and kill them and kill their whole fucking family," just like insane shit.
I don't know. I kind of like that.
That just happened.
It's kind of gangster.
That's what I'm saying. So if that shit, if you just gotta own up to it, if you're gonna say it, I guess.
And it's like, how did it get leaked though?
I don't know.
Like, someone just screenshot it and share it.
I watched the screenshots on Fox News, so somebody did that shit.
Holy shit, dude.
So yeah, privacy's gone.
Yeah, dude. That's. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably vote for that guy.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
But again, like, whenever I saw that, I was like, okay, do you know how many people talk like that whenever they're not being, like, whenever they think they're not being
everybody.
Everyone, exactly.
Everybody.
So anyone that says, like, anyone that gets mad about that needs to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, get off your high horse.
Yeah.
You've never said anything terrible that you wish no one else could hear? Okay, then shut up.
Yeah.
Not possible.
Get the fuck out of here. Done with this shit. Yeah, dude. Man, I don't know. I feel like we need more gangsters in Congress, though, man.
Yeah.
Not like these, like, money stealing, like, sleazy kind.
Just like hard ass, like
hard nosed, like
basically people that are gonna get in your, like, not try to beat around the bush. Just be like, this is what we're fucking doing. This is what I ran on. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool if they'd even be willing to fight each other.
That'd be cool too.
To, like, settle disputes.
Like, who was it? Abraham Lincoln? He was the boxer, right?
Yeah. He's a slave wrestler.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't understand what we're talking about 2 years ago, Moses and I made a short talking about Abraham Lincoln's wrestling career, which is true. He had one. He won 300 fights.
Yeah,
I don't think he ever lost a single one.
I don't think so.
And then we referred to him as a infamous slave wrestler. And that's I guess that's how you explain the Emancipation Proclamation.
I mean, that's
because he lost one, wasn't it? Or no, we made the joke that he lost one.
Yeah,
and then it was to a slave. And that's how you got the Emancipation Proclamation. Damn, dude. That was a pretty heartless fucking joke, man. Yeah. I was impressed with it.
I know. I think it was based in truth.
Shit was funny as fuck, dude. Because I just think, like, for some reason, like, when we made that joke and we made that short, I just think of, like, Leonardo DiCaprio and Django Unchained. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, just a complete psychopath. Holy shit. Apparently, he's got a new movie out, man. Like, I think it's called The Last Battle.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a good friend of mine that I trust, like, his opinion on movies and stuff. He said it was the biggest piece of shit he's ever seen. I was like, damn, really? Yeah. He said it was like one of those, like, kind of more on, like, the liberal side, like, white guy bad movies. Like, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, there's that. You know? So,
like, I know you watch movies all the damn time.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, what do you think as far as, like, it seems like the more, like, the movies that come out now just aren't as good. So do you think do you think they're realistically not as good? Do you think we're, like, living in the past type shit and, like, the reminiscing of old things being better? Do you think people just run out of ideas?
No, movies have definitely gotten worse, like a lot worse.
Because, I mean, on paper, they should be getting better as far as production quality, like resources, everything. Like, you have hundreds of millions of dollars.
I think it's a combination of things, man. It's like, one, there's a lot of writers that used to write that are either dead or retired, and they don't do it anymore. Okay? So a lot of those guys are gone. Now, the people who are doing it now, they're just lazy.
Okay.
And that's really fundamentally is
like
what
just
that
looking for a quick buck type thing.
Yep. And their scripts are dog shit. Like, even if you read them, it's just like, oh my god. Like,
so are they just not as creative?
They're not as creative.
Okay.
And there's not as much pressure to be creative anymore.
Which is interesting because, like, okay, so sports, like any kind of physical activity, like sports is the main fucking thing. Like, athletes today are blow the fucking athletes of the past out of the fucking water, whether or not they were on steroids or not. And like art, I feel like art is fucking awesome now. So I don't understand. And music, I mean, that can be, I know you like more old school shit. I'm always like listening to new random shit.
I also think CGI kind of made it a little, like, because like, you think about it like this, okay? Like, so I'll just use an example. The first Jurassic Park that came out in 96, right? I think it was 96. Steven Spielberg made it. Phenomenal director. They created those dinosaurs. That's why it looks so real. That's why it's fucking terrifying when you watch the shit, you know, and like especially when the raptors are coming out and stuff, and then you're like, holy fuck. And then, I mean, I read the book too. Now, the author of the book was a literary genius, in my opinion, Michael Crichton. He's a phenomenal writer. He's dead now, but phenomenal writer. He wrote so many bangers. It was insane. They all got turned into like major blockbuster movies and shit. Like, I mean, and he also did a lot of directing and stuff too. But anyway, so Steven Spielberg goes and creates these dinosaurs. So they look fucking real. And then the whole concept of like, when they're locked inside like the building and the raptors are kind of coming after them, and I think Dr. Grant's like, as long as they can't open doors, unless they figure out how to open doors, we'll be fine. And then that's when you see the raptor like figuring it out, and then he starts to open it, and they're like, holy shit, you know? They wrote that in, like Steven Spielberg did. That was not in the book. The raptors weren't that smart.
He's a fucking dinosaur.
So that whole like concept of like them having like intelligence and shit like that, like being that smart, that actually came from Spielberg.
Oh, okay.
Because in the book, how it was, the raptors, in the book, this is what happened. The raptor enclosure was monitored like everything else on the island, but the raptor enclosure was monitored. However, there was a weak spot in the thermal imaging because of heat vents from a volcano. And so the raptors kind of changed sexes, and then they started reproducing in that area because they figured out that they couldn't be monitored there. And so so whenever the island kind of went to shit, there was a lot more fucking raptors than what people realized. But I think, like, you know, kind of go to the creative side of it. I use Jurassic Park because I think it's one of the best movies ever made. And I'm getting to a whole point with it. One of the best scenes is whenever they're in the office and it's Dr. Grant with the kids and they have to get up in the ceiling tiles, and like, you know, they climb up that ladder, and then that's where the raptor almost gets the girl, and he like kicks it in the fucking face and pops his head up or whatever. Well, there's a scene where the raptor jumps on a desk, and then the computer monitor is like glowing on its face, and then it's literally just like the genome sequence of DNA like shining on its face. And it's such a cool like artistic point, because you're like, this is science, this is how it was created, and then it's like a reflection of what the physical thing is, like reflected onto that. And it was really fucking cool. And at the same time, the raptor's figuring out like where the fuck they're at and like how to get them and shit. So then you fast forward, so you go through like the original trilogy of Jurassic Parks, right? And then now you get on this bullshit, okay? Where they got like fucking Brad Pitt in it, or Chris Pratt, like whatever.
I haven't seen any of the new ones.
And they butchered it, but it's a lot of CGI. It's unoriginal content. The concepts are like basically the exact same.
So they're literally just remaking it?
Yes.
But to a lesser degree even?
In my opinion, there's more action, there's more like crazy shit, and then they say that they genetically altered these dinosaurs to make bigger, better ones, crazier, like all this other shit. But fundamentally, it's just shitty acting and a lot of CGI. And the fact that they couldn't expand on that universe and come, in my opinion, with like truly unique ideas, just points to shitty writing.
Yeah, and just not caring. Just crank it out.
Yep. And it's just a money grab. And I think, and I think that's a lot of like what Hollywood does, man. Like it's a hard investment, you know. Like you're gonna make a movie. It's like, okay, this movie's gonna cost $100 million. That shit might only make $30 million in the box office, you know, or it could make $500 million.
Yeah.
So I think now, especially with like how expensive things have gotten in like the production process, that it's better for them, in their opinion, to take a safe, guaranteed route.
So they're just afraid to take a risk on being creative.
Yes. Yep.
I could see that. Okay.
Because if you do it, the payout can be huge.
Yeah. But if not, you can lose your ass.
You lose your fucking ass off. But that's also why you get people like Christopher Nolan, which is like a phenomenal director. You know, he wrote the Batman trilogy with Christian Bale and like the Joker, Heath Ledger, and all that shit. Great fucking movies. He wrote that. He put a lot of shit into that, I can tell you that. And then he wrote Interstellar with Matthew McConaughey, and I think to this day that's like top 5 best movies ever made. You know, but a lot of those, and you can argue Batman because, you know, it's a comic book, it's been around for 70 fucking years, like whatever. But at least with Interstellar, like it was a completely unique idea, and so he took the creative risk on it, and it just blew out the box office. Like just, you know, I think his Batman movies, dude, don't quote me, but I want to say they all made like over $1 billion each. Like, it's some insane amount of money, dude. You know, but also look at a lot of shit that he did, man. Those were expensive fucking movies to make.
Yeah.
It was minimalistic CGI in all his shit that he does. Like, he just keeps it to a whole, like, he's like, nope, we're not here to watch cartoons. But he also just wrote, like, a nasty fucking thing on Twitter the other day. Yeah. Basically just calling everyone in Hollywood a bunch of fucking pussies. Because
for not like taking the creative freedom to do cool shit.
Yep, and not taking risk, and then was just saying that, and I think he was shitting on streaming services. He was like, "I got into movies to make movies so people go see them, like not to fuck." I'm pretty sure it was Christopher Nolan that said that, not to just like stream it on Netflix. He was like, "Fuck that," or it might have been Tarantino that said that shit. Okay, but Tarantino's another one. Like every one of his movies, unique. He wrote them.
Yeah, those I will say. I don't fucking care about movies, but I love that dude's shit. Like all of his stuff is awesome.
I think he's done making movies now.
Really?
I think so. Either he's got one more he's gonna do, or he's like done already. Because Joe Rogan was like trying to talk him out of it. He was like, "Dude, no." I think it was Rogan. It's either Rogan or like Tom Segura or somebody was like trying to talk him out of it. Oh, dude, we need to talk about in the last like 10 minutes we got or whatever, we need to talk about the just bringing up comedians reminded me, the comedy festival that's happened in Saudi Arabia. Have you been reading about the backlash that's coming out of that shit?
Who's pissed about it?
Just the internet. So, like, some of the comedians that went, Tom Segura, Mike Fox, Dave Chappelle. There was quite a bit. Pete Davidson was another one. Bill Burr.
He's a comedian?
Yeah, Pete Davidson.
Oh.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah, it's the dude who dated Kim Kardashian or whatever, right?
He's a comedian, dude. He has like 2 comedy specials on Netflix right now.
No, I just thought he was a fucking weirdo.
No, he's a comedian. He's been doing he's been doing the stand up. I think since he was like 16.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then he got a breakout role on SNL, and that's what
Didn't his dad die in 9/11?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like one of the first like firemen there or whatever. So it's a pretty wild story, man. He actually has a really good interview with Theo Vaughn, where they talk about it or whatever. But so that's where it gets interesting because so basically the internet's divided, and so not every comedian went over there. Tim Dillon was supposed to go there, and they paid these guys ridiculous money. For one set, they paid Bill Burr, I think, $1.6 million.
I remember Tim Dillon said he was going to get $375.
He was going to get $375, and then he talked some shit on his show, and then they basically were like, shut the fuck up, and he was like, go fuck yourself, I'm not coming. Yeah. And he was like, you're not going to... He talked about it on his show. They try to basically censor him, and because they had 2 rules for the comedians going there. You can't talk about our government, and you can't talk about our religion. Anything else, you can say. Mm-hmm. And I don't really like that. I think you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, but whatever. It is what it is, a Muslim country. It's also Saudi Arabia, which we'll get onto that in a minute. But
speaking of 9/11.
Yeah. And so Tim Dillon basically was like, you're not going to... He was like, I was on my show, okay, in my own country saying this shit.
Yeah.
You're not going to come and tell me what the fuck to do and not to, go fuck yourself. So he passed up $375,000. And I kind of respected him.
I mean, in that specific scenario, I completely understand. That's a fucking... You got to stand on something. That's one of those.
And so, a lot of people are saying these other comedians, sold out because everyone knows that Saudi Arabia was behind 9/11.
Yeah.
Everyone, that's a fucking fact. There have been senators from the 9/11 Commission report, even though only 10 pages have been made available to the public. The other, 100 pages or whatever are still classified. Yeah. There's been people who have read it, and they've come forward and been like, hey, it was Saudi Arabia. We need to stop pretending like it wasn't. I mean, most of the hijackers had passports from there. How the fuck do you think they got those? Yeah. So anyway, a lot of the internet is kind of the comedians are doubling down too, but they're kind of supporting it. This is really good. This is letting us talk. This is how change occurs. We're bringing free speech and open dialogue to a place.
I don't buy that shit.
That normally doesn't have it.
It's not free speech if they were censored on what they can and can't say.
This is how you bridge cultural gaps and shit. And on paper I could see that, whatever. On the flip side, everybody's like, fuck you. They financed the fucking worst terrorist attack on U.S. soil, worst attack on U.S. soil ever in history. And you just sold out to get some fucking money and go perform for them? Fuck you guys, And so people have been shitting on Bill Burr hardcore. And he's basically just been like, fuck y'all, I don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't expect any less from him.
Yeah. And then Dave Chappelle, this one actually kind of rubbed me the wrong way. He was on stage and he said that he had more freedom of speech in Saudi Arabia than he did in America.
Really?
And I was like, oh, yeah?
Really?
Try walking down the street and saying that shit. It might be cool. You're in this little venue right now and all that. But go visit there as a regular citizen and start saying some dumb shit in the street and watch how fucking quickly you're snatched up, dude. Yeah. Fuck that, man. I've known people that have been there and seen this shit, dude. Yeah. So I don't know, man. My question to you is, do you think the comedians are pieces of shit for doing it, or do you think...
I think it's on an individual basis. Tim Dillon specifically, don't blame him at all for not... I would have done the exact same thing. If they try to censor me in my own country on my own show, dude, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Bill Burr, for instance, Dave Chappelle shit, that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
But Bill Burr, the guy wanted to make a check. He had some rules to follow. Cool, that's fine. I'm sure he's been to other comedy venues in America that have their own sets of rules and standards that he had to follow by too. So yes. I don't really see a difference in that. But don't lie and try to be like, oh, it's for the good of the people. Dude, say you wanted your fucking money and get it and shut up about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that Saudi blood money, dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna. If I got offered a ton of money to go do something in a shithole country, I would do it.
I wouldn't do it.
No?
Not in Saudi Arabia. I wouldn't. I would have said no. And like that was another thing too. Shane Gillis passed on it. He said they offered him, and I quote, a boatload of money, and he was like, no. And he gave like an official statement. He was like, I think he literally said, sometimes you have to stand for something. Mm. And I was like, damn. Cool.
That's fair, but I don't.
And Joe Rogan didn't go either.
I don't have a boatload of money. They already do, so it's kind of easy to be like, no, I don't want this when you already.
Yeah,
have it.
when you're like selling out an arena and you're making $500,000 like every other weekend. Yeah, dude.
It'd be like, I don't want to make a flight on it. Like,
it's not even worth it at this point. Yeah, dude. So I don't know, man, but we'll see what comes out of that. But it's kind of divided the comedy world in half or whatever. You know, because I'm pissing people off on my Facebook because I literally was like, I just told these, you know, I posted about it, and I was like, you know, like I get it, like trying to, you know, make money or whatever, but I don't buy the whole like bridging a cultural gap.
I don't
bullshit.
buy that either. That's like, bullshit. Just own up and say you wanted the money.
Yeah, like I actually would have more respect if you just said
100%. Like again, if I was in that situation, I'd be like, I get paid this much to go do this for 2 hours, 1 hour, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
like. I don't like the people, but I'm still gonna go do it.
I'm gonna go make $1 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take their money and go back home. Like,
could you imagine making like $1.6 million for like an hour?
That's insane. That's fucking crazy,
dude. What? You know?
Yeah.
Like,
so I mean, that's why I would do it,
dude. Like, dude, if someone just gave me like fucking $1,000 for an hour, I would be like, holy shit, $100. You know? Yeah, dude. So, who knows, man? But we'll see what comes out of that, dude. But it's kind of divided the comedy world in half, you know? So, but Rogan was asked if he was going to go, and he was like, fuck no, dude. Because if they were ever going to take out a comedian, that would probably be him, dude.
Yeah.
You know? And then I was making jokes. I was like, that plane ain't making it back. I was like, I would get real suspicious if I was one of those comedians flying over there to do that festival. I'd get real fucking suspicious if they booked us all on the same flight.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no.
Like, no, I'm taking my own plane. Like,
yeah.
I'll let you know whenever I'm going to show up ish.
Yeah, we ain't doing none of this shit right now. You know, so. But yeah, man, I don't know. But Saudi Arabia, not a place I want to go to. I mean, they still cut off people's hands and shit there, dude, for stealing bread. It's like, oh.
I bet they got a low crime rate.
Yeah, it's a pretty good incentive to not fuck around there.
Dude,
huh?
it's like the fucking Taliban, man.
Mm-hmm. Not saying it's right, but it's effective.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm for it, but it does have some kind of things get accomplished that way.